Good evening! This is No Restrictions Radio, and we're coming to you live from Las Vegas, Nevada.
That was really nice.
You know what? That's starting to grow on me.
Yeah.
It's still hurting my ears a little bit.
Good evening, everyone. We're finally back after a long hiatus. Tonight, we are hosted by Solomon, and here we're joined by... Doug Judy! That's Doug Judy. That's what he said. Doug Judy! Doug Judy! Doug to the Judy! Judy! He's a little excited. His Chargers won today.
They did.
Yeah.
That was like
today.
a Michael Jackson type thing.
I can't match the energy, but Kong is here.
Kong is here.
You got your boy Chris on. I can't match the energy either because I'm a Detroit Lions fan.
Don't worry, bro. You'll be good one day.
Yeah, one day.
They have stuff for that nowadays. If you don't have that energy anymore.
I'm not even. I just looked at him. I'm not even gonna dive into what you're trying to get at.
Ladies and gentlemen, he's talking about Red Bull.
No,
I thought you said eugenics or something.
No, Red Bull.
Red Bull gives you wings.
Good to see you all guys again, man. It's been a hot minute. But we are back. We are better than ever. Let's get right to it, shall we?
Yep.
The Lakers.
Oh, the Lakers.
Okay.
Laker Nation. Oh, we got two in the house right now. What's up, guys? I'm going to fall back like y'all.
Yeah, y'all
I mean, as much as I don't like LeBron, I am sad to see that he is injured. Because now we're sucking again.
It's the nicest thing you've ever said. It's like that's like the Kong equivalent of a compliment, America.
Pretty much. But, I mean, specifically we're talking about LeBron talking to Magic and the GM during the game, right?
Yeah.
Is that what you were talking about off air, Chris?
Yeah.
Oh, that picture that went around of them three just looking on the floor like, okay, who's gone by... When's the trade deadline anyway?
What, February? Or like before? It's before or after the All-Star game. One of the two, bro.
Yeah, it's close.
It's one of those. I can't remember, man.
It's close, but yeah, they're just looking at the guys like, who's gone?
Yeah, but you know what? Well, to Kong's, aid, we was talking about this off the air, and it was a gentleman that actually was saying this with Dante Jones and a couple of them. I forgot his name on the talk show.
It was Greg Jennings or something
Greg
like that?
Jennings. Yeah. He was like, yo, if I'm a young guy, I would feel discouraged if you started the first half of the game with us on the bench, laughing and joking, and all right, fellas, let's get it together because you hurt, obviously, and we want you to come back in a speedy recovery. And then the second half of the game, we getting smacked, and you sitting up with my boss and his boss, like basically teeing off on who we should get rid of. You got to pick a side.
Yeah, that was terrible. That's what made me really mad. Is because as much criticism I give about Rajon Rondo, right? When he was injured, he was still playing a coach's role. Mm-hmm. He was down there. He was coaching. He was there for morale. But then, what Chris was saying, if I was a brand new player or a rookie or a young guy trying to hone my craft, and I see my team captain up there, it's going to kill my morale. And at the same time, I can't trust you from now on, right? If you're making those kind of decisions and you're telling me, "Oh, great job, you'll do good, but just keep at it," but then I see you up there and I'm thinking I'm potentially going to be traded. You killed my trust. You killed my morale. I'm not talking to you ever again. I'd rather go Lonzo Ball and bend to him before I go bend to LeBron James at this point.
But let me ask you this: so is it known that he was talking about players when it came to trading when he was up there, or is it just
no? It was just a funny meme.
I think it's a rumor, but at the same time, Greg made a good point. Even if it wasn't talking about that, he's still a player at the end of the day. He's not in the administration, so he should have been down at the bench talking to other players, coaching while the game was going on.
But it's known that LeBron usually has that kind of influence as it is. So should it really be surprising?
And that's my argument.
He's been like that.
If you have that influence, do it behind closed doors. Do it where the team can't see you.
Okay, fair enough. I can see that.
Right?
Yeah.
Like if you went to work and you see your boss looking at you and all of a sudden you're whispering something into your boss's boss, you're gonna feel a little uncomfortable, right?
True. I can see that.
You wouldn't do that.
And we can't act like LeBron ain't got that power.
True.
He does. Oh
He
yeah.
got that power for sure.
And that's what I don't like. I don't want him to have that power.
No one man should have all that power.
Exactly.
Shameless
Wise words of
Kanye.
Kanye West.
I think that's what I
Shameless
liked about
Originally has
Pat
a mom
Riley
Mexico, but-
when he was in Miami. Like Pat Riley didn't take that kind of stuff from LeBron. Like he checked him. Because I remember, I think
Yeah,
in
I
the
think
first year and
yeah.
a half, LeBron was trying to get into Riley's ear about who he wants on the team and blah blah blah. And Riley's like, "Nah, man, shut up, stay on the court."
But Magic is friends with LeBron. That's
Yeah.
the issue here.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy? Not to get too off topic, but Pat Riley. Have you ever seen him in his playing days? Like pictures? Like he looked like a hippie. And then like when he became a coach, he became like a mafioso.
Yeah.
The coolest transformation ever.
Yeah,
you would
all
never,
that,
yeah,
I never thought
you would
that.
never thought. Hair slicked back, wearing the suits, and
No, honestly though, I just think that as far as the Lakers are concerned, even though LeBron shouldn't be doing this and the third, if they find a way to land either a Bradley Beal or a Anthony Davis, that's gonna take them
Anthony
straight to the
Davis.
top. That's gonna skyrocket them. Like if they are able to find a way to turn Caldwell Pope and maybe Alonzo Ball or an Ingram into an Anthony Davis or a Bradley Beal and some picks get swapped
let me
out.
ask you this.
I don't think it's worth getting Anthony Davis. Okay. Listen to why. Listen. Listen. What happened to Kevin Love when he went to Cleveland for Minnesota? First, let's look at Kevin Love. How was he in Minnesota? He was
a
putting up some
beast.
serious numbers, right?
Right.
28-12, right?
Right.
What happened when he went to Cleveland? Not even 20. He wasn't even putting up 20. He was putting like what, 15, 18?
All right, first
You
of
can't.
all,
You're not putting up 28 a night with LeBron.
I will
as your
comment
teammate,
on that
right?
because he was the
And
top.
their game is similar.
No, he was the top dog on a crappy on a crappy team back
both
then.
are.
Kevin Love was, especially on Minnesota,
Uh-huh.
and so he was able to within his game because he was never ultra athletic. He
Yeah.
just knew his position very well as a power forward, knew how to box out and so forth. So he got many rebounds and he could
Skilled,
shoot
yeah.
the three.
Anthony Davis is athletic though.
And, yeah, and that's where I was going.
Yeah.
So
Over Kevin Love, come on, bro.
yes,
Still, you're still not going to put up the same numbers playing
he
with
can't
LeBron.
he can't be contained.
He doesn't
You
need
know
to
what
put up those same numbers. He
No.
plays with LeBron. LeBron is going to do what LeBron does.
But isn't that what's making them attracted? Isn't that
No.
why they're trying to get Davis? When in reality,
sure,
he's not going to put up
maybe,
the same
but
numbers.
at the same time,
But
okay,
these
look at
rookies
now.
and sophomores, they
LeBron's
not
out.
putting up-
What numbers are they putting up
Yeah,
now?
they trash.
Yeah.
You have one superstar who's carrying the team, but when the superstar is out, they can't do anything.
I mean, let's look at the score and the numbers today, right? If we're gonna actually sit and think about this. So LeBron did not play today. They got blew out 108-86. Let's look at the box score. Ingram, 13 points. JaVale McGee, 2 points. Zubac, 9 points. Lonzo Ball, 0 points.
That frustrates me.
Josh Hart, 10 points. Michael Beasley, 11 points. Wagner, 8 points. Chandler, 6. You know, Lance Stevenson, 14. It's crazy when Lance Stevenson is balling out more, and Kuzma didn't even play because his back is messed up.
But Stevenson's a good player, though.
That's what I'm saying. But for Stevenson to be doing better than your rookie, or your second, your Lonzo,
and- yeah.
what? The head case is doing better than your young athletic that was supposed to be promising. Remember what Magic said, this is going to be the face of the Laker franchise when they sign Lonzo.
Yeah.
And
He's
Well,
in his
I'll
second-
take a great.
he's
Whatever
in his
Magic
second
says, I'm
year.
taking it with a grain of salt, though.
Yeah, Magic's quite the salesman.
I'm just saying, 0 points is
Lonzo
really
is
bad.
Terrible. And
His
it's not the
second
first
year.
time he's
That's
had
not
0
the first
points.
time, bro.
Well, that's showing you LeBron's the one moving the ball.
Yeah.
He's the one setting up plays. So with him out, you obviously can see there's no synchrony there.
So Bradley Beal, I'll take that. I'll get rid of Lonzo Ball. I like Josh Hart better because he shoots better and seems way more. And I'm not saying Lonzo's bad. He can go off. He's a decent facilitator, all of that. But I don't think that he's gonna
He's
make
not
it.
consistent
No.
enough, and I think it wouldn't be a bad decision for the Pelicans to consider trading
Yeah.
Anthony Davis because
He
I
ain't
think
gonna
he's made it
re-sign.
clear he's not re-signing
Yeah.
with them. So you might as well get something
Get
out
something
of
for
it.
him now.
I mean, your season's kind of not going in any solid direction. So why
Is
not
it-
get something
Is
for
he a
him?
free agent this coming summer?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, they should trade.
And they're at the bottom of the barrel right now.
Yeah.
That's not happening, man. Once they lost DeMarcus Cousins, I said, oh, yeah.
It's done.
Yeah.
Anthony Davis.
so-
Well, they played better without Cousins,
they did, but I'm saying, look at them now.
but that was with Rondo running. it,
Yeah,
So,
and Rondo's with LeBron.
yeah.
Keep hurting his hand, by the
I
way.
think instead of Davis, the Lakers should trade Ingram and I don't know some other big
For
some-
Jimmy Butler?
No,
No.
actually, I'm sure Braun can keep him in check, but I'm just saying, trade those two for some like top-notch shooters, the best shooters you can get in the market.
Okay, so Bradley Beal. That he's a top notch.
Kevin Durant.
More than one. More than one.
Okay,
I'll
so
gladly take Kevin Durant.
matter of fact, check
That
this
would be
out.
unfair.
I would say
2-3 shooters, like legit shooters.
Bradley Beal, Dame Lillard. Find a way to get both of them and get rid of everybody else. Your one is
That ain't
Dame.
gonna work.
Your two, Bradley Beal, LeBron at the 3. Y'all can figure it out the rest. Y'all can figure the rest out. Have Kuzma. Come on, you can figure everything else out.
That won't work.
You can change between McGee and
Yeah.
what's it, Chandler.
Yeah,
It'd be
that'll
just fine.
be just fine. Think,
The
I
big
mean,
man game's gone. I
Yeah.
mean, nobody's backing down in
So,
the post.
Dame,
they just
Bradley
need a defender
Beal,
in the post. That's it.
LeBron, Kuzma, McGee, Chandler, and then some
Let's
backups.
Let's be realistic.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
Let's be
I'm just saying.
realistic.
You never know.
They can't afford
A
that
couple other
luxury
things I want to
tax.
talk about in basketball, though, that I know
Okay.
we didn't bring up first. So, two things. First, Derrick Rose is
Mm.
4th in the All-Star voting so far.
Interesting.
Yes.
I thought he was
So-
second.
No,
I don't
Wade,
believe so.
I think
I think LeBron James was number 1.
Yeah.
Steph Curry was number 2.
Wade is 3rd or 4th because
That rookie's up there too.
Jokic, that's the other thing I was going to mention.
That guy, he's the real deal.
He's playing out of control.
He's the real deal.
I was so mad because they had a live game the other night that was broadcast nationally, and Dirk Nowitzki couldn't make a point.
Oh yeah,
The
Boston.
crowd, it was in Boston. Boston fans were actually cheering for Nowitzki to make a point,
Yeah.
and he got like 3 or 4 shot attempts towards the end of the game.
bad.
It's just a farewell tour at this point,
Yeah, at
man.
this point,
He's-
dog, end it, bro. You're done.
Yes.
You're
I
done,
think
bro.
he was only like 1 point away from lapping Kobe, right? For
Yeah.
all-time scoring in that
Maybe.
arena. Yeah,
Maybe.
it was something big. That's why. Yeah, that sucked. He went for like 0 for 10.
Yeah.
Poor guy. Oh well, he had a good career though. Football. Doug Judy, your Chargers won today. How you
They
feeling?
did. I was feeling really good at first. They were up 12-0 at half. All field goals, by the way. Then in the fourth quarter, they get up 21-3 with about 5 minutes left or so. Game's done, right? No. In 2 minutes, I mean, the Ravens scored twice.
Oh.
And I mean, it was a game because they had the ball with 1 minute left. Ravens had the ball. They could have won if they got a touchdown and then just kicked an extra point. Fortunately, at the 52nd mark, one of our defensive players got a pick, and then we just kneeled out, took the victory lap. But I'm glad we won, but I mean, they should not be giving up points like that towards the end. I mean, it was a collapse in my mind. The 2 scores that the Ravens were able to make happened so quickly, it just was mind-boggling. So I have concerns about that, and I've always had concerns about them closing out games, but I'm happy that they won. I haven't seen the results of the Bears game yet. I know yesterday the Colts won, as well as the
Hey, Andrew Luckman.
who won the.
The Cowboys
The
won
Cow-
yesterday.
correct,
against
correct.
the Seahawks.
I knew that. I just
That-
wanted to get.
No.
Sup, Cowboys Nation?
Yeah, whatever, bro.
There were some great catches by the Seahawks, though. I'll tell you what, Baldwin caught this
Eagles
amazing.
won.
He caught this amazing pass going out to the sideline. I didn't think it was a catch, and then watching slow motion, it's like, wow, okay.
Oh yeah, he dragged like one of his feet. to the
Yes,
end. Yeah, I saw
yes.
that play. Yeah, that was
Yep.
pretty wild.
The Eagles won by 1 point.
Oh, so the Eagles
Over the
beat
Bears?
the Bears.
16 to 15.
Wow.
That's
okay.
a low scoring game.
Uh-huh.
16 to 15.
Wow.
Wozers. Texans didn't even show up. Just like, what was this?
Who do you think is going to be in the? Who do you think is going to be in the championship?
I just
game?
don't want the Patriots to go again. Please, whatever happens, I don't care who go. Just the Cowboys got to lose, and the Patriots can't go. Other than that, I don't care.
I'm gonna say Patriots and Saints.
Okay.
I can see that.
And if Drew wins, he's calling it quits.
I'm hopeful for Chargers and Saints because of that whole
would be-
backstory of back in the day
Yeah.
Oh,
when they
yeah,
let Breeze
that's
go
right,
to have Phillip Rivers take over the main spot.
Yeah.
I think that'd be an interesting battle to see.
Rivers playing for a minute. I forget how long
He's been playing a long time.
Yeah, and
Yep.
just
Bree's been playing for a minute too.
Breeze-
Yeah.
Breeze
They both
been-
old.
He's
Yeah,
like
it's crazy.
Him and Brady are the oldest.
It's ridiculous.
At this point, dog.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of football, what do y'all think about your boy Antonio Brown?
I don't even know what's going on. Like,
What's
so
happening to
they
this guy?
reported some huge argument between him and Ben Roethlisberger, and then Ben's like, I don't remember ever talking to him about it. And then the next night he's on like The Masked Singer.
Yeah.
So, which I haven't even watched that show. I heard it's really good. I want to see what
Yeah.
that's all about. But
Yeah, it's pretty. So I guess the whole premise of the show is they have a bunch of masked contestants who are doing like, I guess a singing contest. Them hiding their identity, I guess, makes more appeal for the show. So the first contestant so the contestants who lose are eventually unmasked. And
So
most of the
Antonio
guys
Brown
are
lost
celebrities. Yeah, he was the first round. Yeah.
was he a bad singer?
I don't even know.
Oh,
didn't
okay, I
see
have to watch it.
just-
Well, I mean, if you lost, you probably weren't the best.
Yeah.
So it's just a bunch of celebrities singing? Is that
Yeah,
what it is?
It's also
Oh,
it's a bunch of
that's
famous
interesting.
people and they're all masked and they're not revealed until they lose.
Oh,
Yeah. So
interesting.
yeah, the man behind it is none other than Nick Cannon.
Really?
This guy taking over the world, man.
Yeah.
Did you
So-
know,
Horse that
did you know
served
Nick
him
Cannon
well.
had lupus? Has lupus?
He does?
Yeah.
Oh shoot, no, I didn't know.
I was watching an interview with him talking about how Gucci Mane called him up saying, if you need my assistance with the Eminem beef, you have it.
Whoa.
But he looked really tired. And a lot of people were saying it's because he has lupus.
So hold on,
Wait.
time out. There's a beef between Eminem and Nick Cannon.
Oh, it was way back then.
Like
Back
10
when
years
he
ago.
was
Oh,
with
okay.
Mariah.
Mariah. Hey, what's crazy is this though. Everybody seems to be kind of, or not everybody, but a lot of people for the most part won't bother to touch Eminem. Y'all realize
No,
how?
I think
wait, wait.
I think 10 years ago, not now.
No, that's what I'm saying. 10 years ago, y'all have realized how crazy Gucci Mane was to say I will pull up on Eminem 10 years ago.
Gucci Mane is crazy in general.
He crazy in general. He like,
He's
bro,
on
he was
drugs,
like,
man.
but dog, no, Gucci's like that now. He's still like, I'll pull up. Yeah, I mean, think about that for a second, bro. Gucci calling him and saying, hey, I'll handle Eminem and don't care about nothing else. Like, how unbothered and unworried about life do you have to be?
I'm glad he didn't
That's
go
funny.
through with it because,
Oh no, a guy who paints tattoos and ice cream on his cheek.
yeah,
Brr.
if that happened, he wouldn't be Gucci Mane today. He'd be
Yeah.
Walmart Mane.
Whoa, man.
So R. Kelly's back in the news.
All right, so what happened with this?
Is there a minor involved this time?
No, bro. They waited too long. Well, not waited too long, but they got this documentary on all the women that he's supposed to have, assaulted or whatever the case is, which I think is crazy.
They got a movie on
They
that?
have a documentary on Lifetime or whatever
That
the
bad?
channel it is. I ain't watch it,
I
but
watch
now,
those.
right now, it's like the whole mute R. Kelly movement. You get what I'm saying? Like, the only thing I feel that's crazy about it is this: if this man has really done all of these things, why did you wait till now, right? Till now. So this is 20 plus. Why we waiting till now? Why you ain't deal with it? And then what I also don't understand is how come people are not being held at the same standard, right? The president has said, grab them by the,
Okay.
right? He's the guy that is in charge. What's Harvey Weinstein? Same thing.
Yeah.
Nobody's dragging these dudes. But Kelly is getting ripped. I'm not saying he shouldn't be, because he made some awful moves
Well,
and did some
I
terrible
think
things.
because R. Kelly has just a very bad past when it comes to that.
So I
A
have
proven past too.
I have a couple
You
comments.
pissing on kids like you.
I mean, well,
They gonna
yeah,
leave
that's
you
not.
I have
not.
something to say too, but I'll
Go ahead, go
let
ahead,
Judy
Judy.
go.
I'm sorry, man.
Nah.
When you urinate on minors.
Edit it out. Just edit it out.
So
No, I'm not gonna edit that.
R. Kelly has been accused several times over the years, but I think there's actual evidence. And I
Right.
think
Yes.
that's what distinguishes between someone like the president who's made vile comments and even has been accused himself by women, versus someone that like there's tangible evidence out there. Like, yeah, he
Oh no, I'm not saying
he did things illegal from that standpoint, no doubt. And it's something that's been percolating for a long time. I mean, I've heard rumors about R. Kelly for as long as I was a kid. Since I was a teenager, and comedians even make jokes about him. And I do think that Harvey Weinstein, probably not to the same extent as R. Kelly, because even though Harvey Weinstein is powerful, he's not as famous as R. Kelly.
Okay.
But I mean, they put his career through the mud. He got kicked off his own company. I think judge denied him bail or denied one of the aspects of his hearing. I don't know if it was necessarily bail, but I think he's getting it, probably not to the same extent as R. Kelly, because R. Kelly's fame is more notable. So people are going out of their way to make a point that they don't side with this person.
Yeah, I feel like just
as for why it takes so long, I don't know.
20 plus.
I mean,
but
that's the case. So I mean, that's the story of so much assault, though. I mean, not even famous people.
Even Cosby, right? Like all those years.
Yes.
All those years to the point where only one victim's testimony was actually held. That put him in jail. You know. So, but I think with R. Kelly, it's because when that whole thing happened, he was loved by the community.
That's true.
He was loved by the
still
hip hop
embraced.
community.
Yeah, he was.
You know, with the whole
exile.
remix to Ignition, ever since then, like he was untouchable.
Yeah. Okay. I'll take that.
You know, and plus we live in a different society now. You know, some of the things that I used to joke about when I was a kid, you can't joke about that stuff now because you'd be, labeled as some kind of
person.
It'd be labeled as a hate crime, and it's like, whoa, that was just only 15 years ago.
Yeah.
20 years ago. So it's just like, man, we live in a whole different world
I
now.
do think where there's smoke, there's fire. I mean, not that he's been through a court of law or anything like that, or on a lot of these accusations, but I mean, I would certainly not hang out with him. I would tell any woman who was thinking of hanging out with him to be careful. And
He's
probably
not all there in the
do it.
head.
Right?
He's not all there.
I mean,
you have 15 episodes to Trapped in the Closet.
Yo,
dude, literally,
wasn't he nominated for something, like a Grammy for that?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Something crazy, or an Emmy, I don't know, but yeah, he got like some kind of nomination for it.
Exactly. So he has a whole music series about him hiding stuff in the closet. He has some bones. He's
something ain't right. No, I'm not. We're not gonna sit here and try to act as if something is completely right. I gotta find this thing though. Check this out, man. This is hilarious.
No, man. I just know R. Kelly a weird dude, bro. I played basketball with bro one time. Santa Monica College. Gilbert Arenas was there too. Oh, really? Yeah. Okay. Gilbert and Bob. R. Kelly had 5 people on the court with him, or 4 people, 4 extra players on the court, and 1 dude out on the backpack. I don't understand why he had on the backpack, but he was playing basketball full court with a backpack on.
That's suspect right there.
We played game to 15 points. Nobody else shot the ball on his team. He's the only one shot. Those backpack? No, R. Kelly, okay. There was a time where 4 people were on a fast break, and R. Kelly was backcourt. They were by themselves. We were all still waiting. They broke. They waited for R. Kelly. Passed him the ball, he shot a 3 and bricked. I don't know, man. I just know R.
They said they waited for him at the other end of the court.
Yeah.
He pulled up a 3 and bricked. Yo, something ain't right with Kels. I'm not gonna. Something ain't right with
Didn't
him.
he play pro for a while?
R. Kelly?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think so. Something like that.
He
Yeah,
played
he can
pro.
ball. Yeah.
No, he
Really?
either him or
No.
some. No, seriously, like either
It's
him.
probably like something from the Chappelle Show or something.
No, I'm. Google it real quick, somebody. I'm
No,
pretty sure.
you're right. No, he can. I was actually looking at that. He played 3 years.
Yeah, he played pro, like NBA, yes.
Or ABA, something like
ABA, I don't know,
that. Something like that. But he played for 3
sure
years
he
and
played
won
pro.
something too.
Yeah,
This is just blowing my mind.
yeah.
So when he wrote I Believe I Can Fly, he was thinking of himself and not Michael Jordan?
Yes.
My mind is just blown.
That was him.
Yo,
Yeah,
Kels,
that was,
there's something wrong with Kels.
That's how his career started. It got really big.
I miss Kels. Hope he gets better. Our boy, okay, if you live in Atlanta, his name is Usher.
Usher.
Our boy Usher. He got. Okay, so he's back on that mess that Young Jock was about 2 years ago when he got that auntie haircut, right?
Young Jock is still on that, bro.
Oh, he's still on it.
What's the hold on? What's the auntie haircut? What's the auntie haircut? Can somebody show me?
Yeah, I look it up now too.
That one auntie that drives the Dodge Charger, got 2 kids, raising her by himself.
There you go.
Oh yeah,
He's still on it right now with the peacock blue hair.
Oh, it's blue now?
Yeah, you see that?
Oh wow.
Blue.
No, that's not a good picture.
Oh.
There's a better one. Show him Usher. There it is. It's straight.
It's like if Bruno Mars and Usher had a child together.
Basically, they're perming their hair and they're like, greasing it back, slick back. Anyway.
Tyler, the creator over here.
But yeah, I don't know. What do y'all think he's trying to do?
I don't know. Trying to cover over the fact that he got herpes and he's giving it to multiple women. I don't know. I love Usher, man. He got some cold joints, but that last body of work he put out called The A, that was terrible.
Does he technically put out bodies of work? I feel like he probably just like people just like hey, sing this.
Shadow Riders.
Say yeah. Say yeah.
Hey, that was a song back in the day.
Don't get me wrong, but I can't like imagine Usher like with a pen and pad. He's like, yeah. You know what I mean? Like, there's some guy who's like, no, I programmed this and beta tested on like 12 teenagers. This is gonna work. We're gonna do this, and we're gonna have some guy yelling in the background. Yeah! All right, and that's what we're gonna do.
That wasn't Lil Jon the whole time? That wasn't Lil Jon?
That was Lil Jon.
That was.
Oh, okay.
Like,
look, you gotta take that and rewind it back.
Hey! Like,
wow,
you think of like Lil Jon's vocabulary, like not when he's in an interview, like he's a very smart man, but like when he's like on a track, like the guy makes more money per word than any artist I've ever known.
Yeah.
Like each word he yells on a track is like a couple $1,000,000.
They pay him by per word.
Yeah.
Here's $100,000 for each. Yeah, you say.
They compensated per word.
But hey, when that song came out, I thought that was like the ultimate trio.
That was a great song.
No, they bagged that.
Yeah.
What was that? 2003.
2003 and 4. 2003 and 4.
Yeah. And they came back in Lovers and Friends.
Yeah, they was
Lovers
balling.
and Friends. Like I was surprised by that.
Yeah, that was a good song too.
He cut it on those. On both of them.
Oh, you sure you want to go to snap? Sorry. I'm just like, whoa.
Yo, Lil
John's getting down with
He
it.
can serenade me, I guess.
Love to see him at a karaoke competition. Turn around, hey! Every time you come around, get a little bit lower there, hey! Oh my goodness.
All right, let's leave Usher alone. All right, so recently, Money Mayweather had a bout in, was it Japan, right?
Japan, yep.
I guess this guy was their top-ranked fighter? Or
undefeated.
Look, I'm Asian, but we have no good fighters out there.
Right. It ain't been the same since Bruce Lee, right?
No.
But yeah, Floyd was in a bout with one of Japan's top-ranked fighters, and this was not a fight. This was a 2-minute commercial.
Yeah.
That's what it was. I don't think the fight actually lasted 2 minutes,
No,
right?
the fight lasted like maybe 40 seconds.
The sad thing is, like, none of us watch fighting, but somehow everybody knows like this was a complete sham.
Yeah,
Right.
Yeah, it was.
Well, I'm not even a boxing fan. I'm not into that fighting
You just
stuff.
scroll on the page and you just see they like, oh, by the way, you know what's crazy? A lot of people
You
was
can
like,
watch the whole fight on Instagram.
yeah, a whole bunch of people.
Like, hey, this is a vibe.
Shout out to the Shade Room. The Shade Room posted it, and I was reading the comments, and they was dragging. They said, "Man, how we didn't? You know this is bad. We didn't even know he was fighting. They just say, oh, Floyd won another fight. What?
No,
$9 million for 30
wasn't-
seconds.
Actually, I remember they promoted this fight a while ago.
And he denied it.
And he denied it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I guess they just went along with it.
Yeah,
right?
come on, man. Floyd know how to keep his
Yeah,
name
he
circulating,
does.
man.
Yeah, he does.
I don't know what he's. I don't know.
Is
what
he ever gonna
doing.
retire? Like this guy came out of retirement 6 times now.
And just to make $9 million.
He's just looking for a check, which is smart.
Weird.
Yeah.
Weird flex, but okay, because we know you got
He
money.
makes good money too.
$9 million.
Outside the fighting world, he does
would've-
real estate and flips like these high-end
Ridiculous
muscle
houses,
cars
He
in
does,
Vegas.
Yeah.
He
Well-
spends a lot too.
He does.
He does. Yeah.
I remember I used to work at Electronic Fries as one of my first jobs. He used to come in there all the time and tip me $100.
What?
Really?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
For like the weirdest reasons. He'd be like, "Oh, you smell nice. Here's $100." I was like, "Hey, where's the
Really?
cart?" I'm like, "The cart's over there."
Thanks.
Oh, thanks. Here's $100. Oh, yeah. He was known. He was
Really?
carrying with a
How did
staff.
we get on that level?
Yeah. Man, yeah. Or I used to meet some weird people. I met. I saw Michael Jackson there one time. He rented the whole place out for like 2 hours.
Fries?
Yeah,
You can do that?
He didn't want to be bothered by the crowd, so 2 hours after it was supposed to close, him and his kids went in. They
Honestly,
did
if
some
I was
shopping.
Michael Jackson, that would make sense because I mean, when you're that famous, I
You
mean,
don't wanna be bothered.
you cannot move. You probably would not be able to move.
Yeah.
Every generation knows who you are.
Yeah.
That's true. I mean, he used to shut down Disneyland for like 4 or 5 hours just for his kids to go through and do whatever they want.
Yeah.
I want that kind of money.
I know.
'Cause
That would be
you know Disneyland's not charging chump change for that.
Yeah.
He could buy Disneyland.
I think he did. I think like he has a. That's
He
what they call
legit-
Neverland Ranch. Pretty sure.
Whoa, there
Like,
was some trouble in
look at
Neverland.
Oh,
No
buy
comment.
I didn't
Disneyland.
even go there.
Well, good for you, Floyd. Get your money. Recently, DC released their latest film, Aquaman.
Okay.
I have not seen it, so I'm gonna leave the floor to you guys.
Yo,
How was it?
I'm gonna keep it all the way at Thou Wow with y'all. That was
Bow Wow?
that's
I've
a
never,
new
Bow Wow.
I've never heard that
Wow.
before. Bow Wow.
That was Ghetto Fabulous, right? Bow Wow!
Look, no. I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna be honest with you. I
Sound like a
am
fat call.
personally not one of the people that got no kind of gripes with DC.
I do.
I genuinely enjoy the DC movies. The only thing that I didn't like about Justice League was Superman's
Affleck.
mustache.
Oh.
Yeah, that was.
Oh, the mustache,
The
CGI
mustache. Yeah, that was
Oh,
so
God, that was
disappointing and
terrible.
upsetting to me. It just threw the whole rest of the movie off. With that being said, if they are going in this direction going forward, like they did with Aquaman, I don't think DC will have a problem.
No.
It was fun. People enjoyed
Yeah,
it. It was
yeah.
colorful. You know what else is there?
But that's the thing. I think when DC does solo movies, because the Superman movie was really good.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know,
Man of
Wonder Woman
Steel
was actually
great.
pretty good.
Wonder Woman was
Well,
great.
Aquaman, it's whenever they did those, those combination movies. I think they rushed it. They wanted to, catch
That's a
up with
great
Avengers.
point. Justice League was
Trash.
trash.
Yeah.
What was the other one?
Batman
Batman
versus
vs. Superman. Oh
Superman.
my goodness. And they just need to. Please do not cast Ben Affleck in any more superhero roles.
Why you don't
Wait,
like him?
wait,
as
wait,
well?
wait.
Good. What do you
No,
mean?
wait.
He is not a good
I liked him as
superhero.
Batman. You bugging.
He is not.
Wait, you telling me you rather Christian Bale?
Batman.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
Ben
Exactly.
Affleck is a better
You would need
Batman than
subtitles.
Christian Bale.
You would need
Oh my
subtitles.
gosh.
for Christian
That
Bale.
is
Oh
facts.
my gosh.
I'm in the mic saying that. Ben Affleck is a better
yeah, I like him
Batman
better than
than
Batman.
Christian Bale. I'll say this.
Look.
Christian Bale was the con
He
of
looks
the
like
whole
Batman's
Dark
dad.
Knight series.
That's what he really looks like.
Christian Bale was like the bad part of the Bat.
No,
Yes,
I think
he was.
Christian Bale
He
was
was-
pretty.
no.
Christian Bale was good in his own right.
No.
Yeah,
Nah.
Right. But what I'm
Nah.
saying is Ben Affleck. I
You
think
talk like this. You can't be a serious
okay.
Batman.
In the third one, that was bad.
Sound like Evan Zeman. He did that all 3 movies.
No, the
third
second
one was
one.
third one was bad.
Yeah.
Third
Second
was
one,
bad.
he was understandable. Third one, I needed subtitles. I felt like I was watching a martial arts movie.
with him and what's his name?
Tom Hardy.
It's like he smokes
Yeah,
through his
yeah,
neck
but
or
what's the
something.
Bane?
Bane,
Oh my
right.
goodness!
Right, like, bro, you bugging, bro. I don't even look, man.
It's like watching my kid with the deep voice talk.
Was Tom Hardy actually speaking, or was that somebody else
No, it's
doing
Tom
his
Hardy.
dialogue? Oh, okay.
Did you see Tom Hardy's suntan? Like his tan lines after the movie?
It's probably bad.
It was bad. It was
Wearing that
terrible.
You see that he goes to the grocery store and was like, "What?"
Yeah, it was a picture of him going to the grocery store and the tan lines. I was like, oh my
It
god.
looked like he had a face hugger from like Alien or
I'm gonna
something.
tell you guys something funny about grocery stores. Is there was a picture that was circulating to like catch a thief in England, and it looked like one of the guys from the show Friends, and so everybody started saying it was, I forget the guy's name, but they started saying it was him, and he had to post a video of himself saying, "I was not involved. I'm here in New York City." Just the funniest thing. Sorry, apparently not as funny as I thought. It's okay, America. It's all about the try. You just throw it out there and hope it gets.
But Aquaman movie was pretty good.
Yes.
Okay,
Back to
I did
topic.
not know Amber Heard was the ex-wife of Johnny Depp.
Yeah.
I did not know that until my wife pointed out. And she is not very attractive, in my opinion, until I saw her in that movie.
No comment.
Okay.
It's okay. My wife's name is Amber too, so it's an Amber thing.
So I'm gonna say this. I thought Aquaman was very good, and it's all about the writing. I think the writing of these movies. You don't need a crazy plot line on a superhero movie.
No, you
and
don't.
I was telling you all earlier. I think Jason Momoa. I think that's how you say his last name.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think he's the greatest actor, but I love that movie regardless. Even though like there were scenes where I was like, man, he's really trying too hard. Like when they're walking on the sand and he's talking to apparently Amber Heard now, and he's like all like his eyebrows are way up when he's talking to her, like trying to make facial gestures, like it's like he's really trying. I'm just like, wow, this is really bad, but still a great movie.
Mm-hmm.
So my point is, I think the recipe for like a solid superhero movie is get someone that looks like superhero-ish. Don't
true.
get Ben Affleck. Avoid that.
No, America, don't listen to Doug Judy.
No, wait,
Hey,
hold
it's
on.
a good
No.
Who's gonna be another Batman then?
No, actually, it fits him well because
Yeah.
Batman.
in this series, like Batman is actually aged and
Yeah.
Affleck is old, so it actually fits him
That
pretty
worked.
well.
Like,
This
who
is-
we gonna
this is
get?
not-
Jason Statham is old, bro.
Okay.
You can get Jason Statham.
He's a
to be
terrible
Batman.
actor.
A bald Batman?
He's
Jason
a terrible
Statham.
actor.
I just said you don't need a good actor for a superhero movie.
Yeah,
Ever
but
seen
you don't want a
the movie,
trash actor.
It's Jason Statham.
Is he really
can't beat
acting?
Batman,
Jason
bro.
Statham is
Is he-
not
He
trash.
just beats people up.
That's
in
all
every
he
movie.
does. That's it, and he drives Audis.
Look,
That's it.
he's busy chasing down the members of Fast and Furious at the moment.
Thank you. That's it. He's,
They're gonna get Toretto. They're gonna get him. Dom Toretto.
Toretto!
no.
My
Absolutely.
favorite Fast and Furious scene is where The Rock was laid up, all injured, and then like he finds out like Toretto needs his help. He's like, all right, let's do this. Has like a full cast, just flexes
rips
his
it
arm, and like
Yo.
of all the unrealistic things that go on in those Fast and Furious movies, that might have been like the most. Just
Carries a 200-pound gun and is shooting at it.
Bugging.
Or the plane being on the runway for like 10
Right.
minutes.
Oh my God,
The
yeah.
longest runway in the
What
world.
is that?
Oh, man. You know what? Now that I think about it, there's a lot of superheroes in that movie. Gal Gadot, or Gadot, whatever her name is.
Yeah.
Wonder Woman.
she was in Fast and Furious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Spoiler
Why don't I
alert.
remember
Spoiler
that?
alert. She dies in Fast and Furious.
Why don't I remember
She's
that?
like in the fifth one, I think.
Yeah,
Or the
yeah,
fifth
yeah.
one.
I don't remember that.
Yeah.
At all.
Vin Diesel, right? He plays Groot.
Yeah.
Rock, he's
He plays Groot.
Yeah.
yeah.
I didn't know anybody played Groot.
They recorded him saying "I am Groot" like 400, 500 times.
All right, so maybe now he's trying to compete with Lil Jon.
$100,000 every time he says "I am Groot." That's how it works.
I know we're just talking about movies now. I think this Tito's is really good. But the funny thing is that like the second what's that called? Not Avengers. What's the series?
Guardians of the Galaxy.
Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah.
Where Groot's like a teenager. He's like, I'm Groot. They're like, whoa, whoa.
What did you say?
Yeah. Ease up, man. It's just classic. Anyway, I digress. Sorry, Solomon.
You're good.
The director of Guardians of the Galaxy, he's creating a new movie. It's like an evil spin-off of Superman.
Really?
Like if because they were saying, how would you know Superman was good when he came to Earth? What if he was the evil baby?
Oh,
Evil intentions.
Yeah, because the Guardians of the Galaxy director got fired. I mean, you know that,
Oh
right?
yeah.
He got fired.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
For some tweets he made out like years ago, and they finally caught up to him.
That's
Oh,
what we
one
need
of
to talk
those?
about.
Yeah.
That's
Even
what
after he was doing so good with the movies?
Yeah, they fired him.
that
A lot
sucks.
of the cast actually threatened to walk out, but Disney was like, "Go ahead and do it." They called their bluff.
Wow.
Yeah,
That stinks.
it does stink. But yeah, he's doing this like this weird spin-off.
Uh-huh.
It almost like looks scary, but it looks pretty cool.
So it's really like some dark Superman? or
Yeah, like a
something
dark Superman when he was a kid, and it's like, oh, this is kind of freaky.
I wonder what that's called. What's the
I gotta send it to you later.
Yeah, you gotta send me that.
But yeah, but no, maybe next week we can talk more about the whole tweets and how that.
Yeah, I think we should. There's some other crazy movies going out there. think we're good on time, but
Yeah.
there's the Pikachu movie,
Oh yeah, with
Sonic the Hedgehog movie.
There's a Sonic movie coming
They're
out.
coming out with one of those, yeah.
There's
Wow.
what's the other one? I just saw the commercial for this the other. Lion King.
Oh yeah, I'm excited.
And,
Aladdin.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that.
I'm like
Will
all
Smith
the
is a
kids.
genie.
All the kids.
He's supposed to be blue.
Yeah.
Well, in the movie he will be, because when that picture came out, Will Smith's like, "Don't worry, it's only for the picture.
Oh, okay.
I'll actually be blue and it'll be animated in the movie."
Okay.
I'm like, "Oh, okay."
By the way,
Interesting.
Will Smith's supposed to play Obama in a documentary coming out. I don't know if y'all heard
He's gonna
about
do
that.
a good job on that.
Yeah.
Will gonna kill that. I promise
So,
y'all.
I'd watch
Really
that.
interesting.
I'd
He gonna
watch
kill
that.
that.
He's played good people. I remember seeing him when he played Ali. Y'all ever seen that?
I haven't seen that. No.
Oh, okay, that was good. So yeah, he's put out some good movies. Anyway, yeah. Is there like a new DC movie coming out soon? Or anyone? What's
Yeah,
the next one?
Shazam.
planned?
Now,
Oh, I
really?
couldn't know, man. I
don't
couldn't get. I
know.
couldn't get with that one.
That
It
suit
looks
has got me
weird, but
kind of looking.
you know what? The more I watch the trailer, I'm like, "Oh yeah, I guess I can get down with it." I mean, it's just his costume. It looks weird.
Is it like bright red and like creamy white or something like that?
No,
Wasn't that his costume?
Okay, the costume looks good. I think the way it looks on the guy who's playing Shazam, it looks weird.
Does it look like inflated kind of stuff? Like SpongeBob?
A little bit.
with
Like,
arms?
have you watched a show? I think it's called Chuck. Way back in the day, about like the secret agent.
Yes.
That's the
He
guy.
worked at Nerd Herd.
Yeah, Nerd Herd. That's the guy who's playing Shazam.
Oh. Yeah.
When I'm thinking of Shazam, I'm thinking of someone like Jason Momoa, the size of Jason Momoa, or The Rock. Funny note, The Rock's playing.
Dude, I just like every time
Black
someone
Adam,
says
Black
that
Adam.
Shazam movie, I keep thinking of like Shaq.
Shazam.
Am I the only one that thinks that? Like that's why I can't take it serious. I'm just like,
Wait, is it Kazam or Shazam?
I think it was Kazam.
yeah, but
Yeah,
that's what I'm
Shaq
saying. Like
played
it's
a
so
genie,
similar.
yeah.
Like
It's
It's funny. A lot of people
Shaq
hate that
was-
movie. I actually liked that movie
It was
growing
funny.
up.
I
was
liked
kid.
it.
I never
yeah.
even watched it. Yeah,
That was a pretty
go back in
interesting
time,
movie.
check that out.
Yeah, that was a Disney film, right? I believe.
I don't remember.
Okay.
He just came out of a boombox. That's all I remember.
Yeah. I've
Oh, Avengers coming out this year.
Yeah.
Endgame.
And at the very end of the year, Episode 9, Star Wars.
Oh yeah.
It's gonna be an interesting year for films. We have a lot to talk about.
Yeah, it should be good. Disney's taking over. I'm calling it right now. Lion King will be the highest grossing film of all time.
Oh, ooh,
You think so?
All time.
ooh.
It'll take
I don't know about all
over-
time.
It'll take over. What is it? Avatar?
Is Avatar the highest
I
one?
believe so.
I
Highest.
thought it was Avatar or Titanic. Right?
Yeah, I
One
thought
of
it was
those two.
Titanic.
Or one of the two. It's up there.
It'd probably be
But
better
yeah.
than both.
Well,
of them.
there's a second Avatar coming out too.
What?
They've been
Yeah.
talking about
Yeah,
that for
the
years.
last 10 years.
But I think
Yeah.
it's coming out either this year or the next year.
Now, what's crazy is they say that they're doing both of them at the same time. They're
Who?
doing both of the Avatar movies because they're doing two of them and they're taping both of them at the same
They
time.
Oh,
totally
really?
should do that
Yeah.
because that makes more sense. You probably
Yeah.
have a,
Wow, okay.
make more money that way.
Mhm.
Yeah, it should be interesting. Good year for films. I'm kind of excited. The government has been shut down, guys.
Boo!
So what's happening with that? I don't
Doug
really
Judy.
know.
All right.
Run it up.
So
Step into the mic.
This is our P&L guy.
yeah. So it all stems because President Trump does not want to sign in any budget unless there is funding for a wall along Mexico. So even though it may pass through the House of Representatives and the Senate, when it ultimately gets to him, he's
Vetoing it.
gonna nix it, right? So that's the big hiccup, and so everybody's trying to work around. And there's a new Congress technically.
Yeah, they were just sworn in.
Yeah, so they're just sworn in. They just started this year, and so the House of Representatives already passed a budget. But at the end of the day, it's going to be the same problem. It's going to run ultimately to the president. He's going to have to sign off, and he's holding firm. We're entering into week 3. This is the 15th day, and like of the major, probably the most major one that everyone talks about that shut down is the IRS. So the IRS forms like the 1040 and all that, which are way different than they were before because of all the tax changes that they did. They even changed the forms. The forms aren't even finalized yet. So around this, maybe in a week or so, normally people would begin starting to file their tax returns and so forth. That's on hold up. They first have to even make sure that these final forms are approved, and then after that, now you start getting tax returns in. It's going to slow everything down, even the refunds and everything. that people are going to be getting from the tax cuts and all that. So it's just been it's a painful process, and it's really stupid. It's really unfortunate. I mean, not to get political, but it literally affects everybody. And if it doesn't get resolved soon, people really start to experience it when they can't file their taxes and they're expecting a refund or something like that.
Right.
Home buyers were already impacted by it. I don't remember the exact reason, but there were people that were trying to buy houses in like D.C. that couldn't, and some that needed something from the IRS to do so and that they couldn't. So, yeah, it's.
So the whole holdup is really just him wanting to
That's
have
literally
a bill
it.
for the wall.
Yeah, but they're gonna find a work around that.
They're trying
pretty
to.
soon.
So they were just talking today about, one of the congressmen or women said, in theory, and I think they were trying to give the president, in theory, we
Only
could
two-thirds vote.
we could pass legislation, and the president under executive power could still build a wall as a quote unquote state of emergency or something like that, and use resources to do that versus having it in a budget by Congress. So it's but literally that is the only thing that's holding this whole thing up.
But the thing is, I don't think Trump wants to do any executive directives because he criticized Obama about how many executive directives he issued out as president.
True, yeah, he did.
So, I mean, technically, legislation can be passed with a 2/3 vote. And I think that it might come down to that.
Yeah, if it goes any longer, that'd be interesting because then you'd see both parties working together just to get some funding passed.
Look, I need my return.
Yes,
to buy more useless things I don't need.
We got some refunds, America.
I need that.
We got some refunds, America.
Yeah, I need that money. My credit, I owe money. Credit cards getting kind of used up. And
Look what I do. Open up 6 more credit cards.
that's how I got this mess in the first place. So no, I'm not gonna do that.
All right.
No. What else?
What time? How far are we along in this podcast? Because there's one thing I wanted to ask
We're
you
about
guys.
46 minutes.
Okay,
Oh,
good.
we got good
So
time.
this is going to take us the rest of the way. So, and I wanted to keep it a surprise so you guys could be
You
authentic.
guys don't have anything off your chest?
I do.
Minute.
Wait. So, New Year, a lot of people have resolutions. I'm not saying that I have a resolution because it's the start of a new year, but are there things that you want to accomplish this year?
Yes.
You started off, bro.
I have 2 things. By the end of the year, I want to be debt-free and travel more. Those are my 2 main things.
Amen.
There you go. For sure.
I think
Yourself.
for me, by the end of this year, for sure. I mean, I'm getting close to being debt free already, so I think I'm gonna go ahead and vibe with my man Kang for that. But I also this year, I'm not taking no garbage from nobody at all.
He's
Like,
keeping a thou out right there.
He's putting a smack alert out right now.
I'm serious, no, for real. Like it's a lot of things. Like this year, I'm done with people.
I'm
saying,
surprised that people would even talk to you. You're like an intimidating dude.
He comes off intimidating, but he's a giant teddy
Like
bear.
I still get nervous around Chris.
Nah,
so.
I'm gonna keep it. I'm telling y'all, don't. No, for real. But that's the thing.
Like I wait for
play
him
to
to
the
shake
left.
my hand because I don't want to offend you.
No, I play to the left for that though. I really do. Like I'm real nice, but people will take advantage of that. So in 2019, I'm still gonna be very nice and whatnot. But when people outside of my friends, because we all crack jokes, but you know how you have people that say things, but they really don't. It's like, oh, get a
Trying
bigger
to
shirt.
Stab you in the.
Oh, okay.
Oh
Stop eating.
my God, I
Stop
hate
eating
people
chicken.
like that, yeah.
Like I'm done. I'm so serious. I'm so done with that.
But this is what I've been saying
nah.
about Chris though for years.
Nah.
He is too nice. He comes off as intimidating, but he is too nice.
Yeah.
I think I'm the opposite. I think a lot of
Yeah.
people think I look nice.
Yeah.
And then,
Yeah.
and then they come in for
No,
a
you
rude
are definitely
awakening.
not. But I will say this about people. I found people that are in shape. People love to criticize them, or people that like have any sort of success, and it's like,
I'm like, yo,
yeah,
I
and-
can help you if you want me to help you.
Yeah.
No, I think you two spend too much time at the gym. You're so self-absorbed.
No.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying though. Stuff like that. I'm like,
Or,
what?
yeah, like
shirts are too
people
tight.
people always would say like, yeah, well, you're in great shape. I can never be in that great shape because I have a family, or because I have such a great job. It's like, dude, no, anybody could get in that great shape. You're just lazy.
Lazy.
And
Wait,
own
what?
up to it. If you're gonna say like, I know why I'm not in as good a shape as I've been. It's because I eat pizza like every 2 days, and I don't care. Like
Speaking of pizza,
I accept it.
Doug Judy showed me his order list on Domino's, and it's ridiculous.
They keep a pizza profile of you, and that's like a trademark name. It's like I have my own pizza profile, and it's like if it was like an Instagram, it would be like
10,000 followers.
Yeah, like 10,000 followers. Like I'm a solid like pizza eater in Domino's eyes. I'm constantly getting like free pizzas, like, so that I can't not eat them.
What about you, Solomon? Oh, hey, and another thing too, I want to make sure that whatever I do and I'm successful in, all of my friends are with me. That's another thing. In 2019, I want to make sure that whatever I enjoy myself doing or whatever I end up seeing some kind of success in, the people that were with me when it was not like that, I got to make sure was there. I have to make sure that is my end goal just in life, not even in just this year, but like as I grow and see things, opportunities opening up for me. A buster has an opportunity open up for him or her and does not bring along the people to help them better themselves. That's something I want to make sure that I say. If you're a buster, you leave your friends behind. Not the scrubs that don't have your best interest at heart. I'm talking about the actual people that helped you actually get to where you are now, right? Whether it's taking them out to dinner and saying thank you for being there when I was broke, right?
Yep.
Or when I didn't have it and now I do. I appreciate that friendship you gave me. It's just, man, bro, I've been sat and talked about this for hours, but you just watch out for the people that really got love for you. That's the goal in 2019.
You heard it here first, America. In 10 years, I get my first $1 million check from Chris.
Oh,
Chris,
Solomon.
Give me a Coke.
Let's see. I want to start. Well, not start, but like
taking showers.
Yeah.
Being on time. I thought that's what you were gonna say.
Being punctual. All right, forget you guys.
No. If you do that, then it's like you won't even be. I mean, that's like the authentic you. The authentic you is never on time.
That's true.
I would feel uncomfortable if you were on time.
Yeah, you tell him show
like
up
you changed.
at 2:30 when really it's supposed to be 3:30, and he gonna show up at 3:30. That's the thing. We said show up at 3:30. This man show up at 4:30.
I did not agree to that time.
Okay.
And second, I beat Doug Judy here, so we're good.
Well, first of all, Solomon, you live 15 minutes away from me.
That's assuming I drive 90
Judy,
miles an hour.
Doug Judy
I
literally
don't-
5
lives
minutes on my phone.
about 45 minutes away.
So I'm
And
not
you got here about the same time that he did.
And?
What you mean, and?
This is dumb. I got here before him.
And at least he gave us the courage of like, hey, I might be a little late. You didn't even say anything.
He never says if he's
showed
gonna
up.
Do I need to?
He just showed up like,
You know what's up?
Yeah, all right,
We
bro.
still haven't heard. What's this year have in store?
Get financially stable. Well, I guess better is to start saving money, regularly, not just when I have a big chunk of change available, just throw it away. No. Every time I receive some sort of income, set aside about 10-15% of that for saving.
Yeah.
So actively save all the time, being more regular with it. Because prior to this, I used to save only when I had like large chunks of money available.
Yeah.
It was like, oh, I got an extra 300 lying around.
Oh, saving that little
Let me
extra,
go.
that
Yeah, just
small
saving
one
small
takes
by
a
small.
while. It takes,
Yeah, it adds up.
It compounds,
so
yeah.
I've been doing that. Also, I need to start like hosting people over my place.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to start doing that.
You used to be very good at that, honestly.
I used to be. I kind of fell off for that for about a few years, but I've actually been cooking for a few weeks now. So look out, gentlemen. You'll receive an invite about that.
And for those of you who don't know, Solomon makes some of the best Ethiopian food I've ever had.
Why you gotta make the best? Why it can't just be the best food you've ever had?
Because he's Ethiopian and he makes Ethiopian food.
I don't have nothing else to say.
He is correct, so I'm not mad.
So get your social justice warrior mentality out of here.
Tight shirt.
SJW.
Oh, also,
Oh, he just threw it.
Also, I do want to travel more. I've already got a few spots in mind that I'm going to be traveling to this year, mainly overseas. So we'll see how that goes.
Run it up.
Hey, I'm going on a cruise. You should come with us.
Okay,
It's an open invite to anybody here.
that's cool, but
I'm not going.
I
Cruises are fun.
I don't see anything appealing about being stuck on a boat.
You're not
You're not
stuck on a boat.
You just
Okay.
sleep there.
This is not Castaway. You're not stuck on something for forever. No, you're especially the cruise I'm going on. You're going to a
To the
different place
Caribbean?
every day. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
We're
yeah.
going to like 4 or 5 different islands on a 7-day cruise.
And the alcohol, so it's all. I'm,
Oh,
it's
you
all
gotta
inclusive.
start with the alcohol.
Well, yes, I know the reason is because
You're right,
if you
go on.
go to Europe, if you go to Europe and something
Yeah.
on a cruise, they don't offer all inclusive with drinks. Like it's
Really?
it's a significant upgrade you have to pay for to get like alcoholic beverages, but
Oh, wow.
it's so near to where a lot of the alcohol is made. It's really price effective, so you can get some really great deals.
Well, the cruise I'm going on, you have to purchase the upgrade
Ah.
for all you can drink. It's not worth it because it's $50 a day.
Yeah, no,
We're gonna smuggle stuff on.
There you go, my God.
Yeah, we're
Okay.
gonna smuggle stuff on.
that's
We're-
crazy.
Keep
Why are
talking.
they doing
What's
that
up?
to you?
Yeah,
in the Caribbean?
it's one of those budget carnivals, carnival cruises.
So it's like a la carte where you can pick like what specifically you want. And you
Right,
can
the
kind of
food
play
the
around.
food's included.
Yep.
Yeah, you can eat as much as you want, and I think I gained about at least 9 pounds.
Oh,
last
yeah.
time I
You
went on
have
the
to.
cruise. Yeah, I was having trouble buttoning up my jeans afterwards.
My goodness.
One thing I hate about cruises and all-inclusive resorts is that they have these restaurants with dress codes.
Oh,
The dumbest things. Why would I go on vacation in the Caribbean and have to bring a suit?
Really?
you know what was really bad?
Yes, some of them like you have
Yeah.
to wear a collared shirt. You have to
So the restaurants you actually do end up paying for because like the higher end stuff, you have to wear like formal attire.
And it's
But the funny thing is, I remember going to dinner, right, like a fancy whatever on the cruise, and afterwards we still went to the buffet.
same.
And still, just to see what else that was there.
Yeah.
You know, just see like, oh, well, I want more dessert. So what do they have to offer? Chris over here is laughing, judging me because but he's never been on a cruise or on a
I'm
cruise.
not saying.
Does it really look appealing to you?
Look,
Yeah.
I think it'd be cool. I think it'd be cool.
Because you go, especially now we're taking a kid for the first time. That's a different experience. But the last time we went out, we went into the adult only area for pools, so you don't get you don't get disturbed by the kids on the cruise. And then when you get into port, you can actually go do stuff. Like we did a lot of like 2 or 3 different excursions. It was fun.
I'll think about it.
Stop hating. Just join me.
Cruises are a lot of fun, and your concern about staying on a boat the whole time, that should be the least of your concern. In fact, it's gonna be too jam packed because you're gonna have to like constantly decide. I have a limited time. What do I want to absolutely get done at this destination, that destination, as it goes through.
I'll think about it.
All right, whatever.
Well, the invite is out to you. Well, I think you're going to a wedding that day. And then the invite's out to you
When
and
are
your wife.
y'all? When are y'all going?
June 9th, I think.
Okay.
For 7 days.
We're going on a cruise that same.
Oh, are you really?
Yes.
Wait,
yes.
which cruise are you going
We're
on?
going to MSC, but we're not going in the Caribbean.
I was going to ask you about the MSC. So I always see some good deals through MSC.
I love MSC, especially if you have a child. You don't have to pay extra for the child. You
Really?
just pay for the cabin. So that's why we always try to go through MSC if we can.
Oh.
Yes.
I didn't
So even
know
if they
that.
have like a higher price point, like for the cabin and other thing, per person it's better because if your child's like 16 or under or whatever, you don't.
You don't pay for them, huh?
No.
Not
You
even for
pay like a
daycare
small
or
fee.
anything?
No. I've never put the baby in daycare while we were there. We took her with us. She was how old is your son?
He is almost 16 months now.
Yeah, he'd be fine. He'll be totally fine.
Yeah?
Because at the time, so he'll be 22 months.
Right.
So my daughter was younger than him, and she did very well.
Really?
Yes.
Or I could just pay you $500 and you watch my kid for a whole week.
Heck no, man! I can barely hold one kid down in another country, but yeah. So
Wait, 500?
Yeah, $500 if you watch my kid for a week.
you got
Is he
Solomon thinking.
Does he sleep a solid 8 hours a
Yeah,
day?
he sleeps all night. Once you put him down.
We'll talk.
Okay.
Daddy daycare.
All right.
We'll talk.
Daddy daycare. Okay, cool.
We'll talk. We'll see.
All right, anything else? What about you, Doug Judy? Did you have any?
There's some. I have like long-term goals, and my resolution has been set in stone a long time ago. I think this year I just want to amplify what I did last year in all aspects. not just financially, like mentally, emotionally. Even though the emotional one's not really too hard for me, because I find like when I'm financially on point, mentally on point, and physically on point, that emotional state just is fine. It doesn't need much extra care. But like in terms of like on the mental side, like I read a lot of books last year. I want to read even more books. Usually the only books I read are nonfiction and about very inspiring people. I want to even broaden that. I want to look at some.
That's a good goal.
I want to look at some fiction. I want to look at some things that are not necessarily just directly applicable, where it may take more thought into how can this story relate to me, or what do I see myself in this story versus let me read about this guy that changed the world. Oh, this is the mentality he had. Maybe I need to do that. I think it's good, and I'm still going to make it a part because I love reading books like that. And I want to read different viewpoints. So mentally, it's kind of just trying to broaden my horizons. And because every time I've read books that I've either strongly agreed with or strongly disagreed with, I think what it's helped me do is put into perspective my core beliefs and my core values even further. So I want to continue that. Financially, I think it's a similar goal to you all. Just go out there again and crush it. When it comes to career-wise, I mean, you guys know, like I work in banking. I want to get very high up there, and it's almost I feel very chess-like at this point. So there's a few things brewing out there that I'll tell you guys later about that I'm trying to be thoughtful of. But physically, I think that's where I let myself go last year. So my goal is not to be eating as many pizzas as I did last year. Fortunately, I work out all the time because I love that. I love getting in the gym. I love hitting the weights. I love doing cardio. But the diet is the toughest part. I think Chris will even say that eating healthy is by far the toughest part.
That's not fun at all, dog.
Yeah, because a lot of us guys like to get in the gym and get a workout in. But
I like Twinkies too.
That eating healthy part is the toughest thing. So I need to do better. I need to do better there because even though it's not affecting me now, I just think it is. And I had something that happened this year. We had a young man who I was friends with his brother. The guy was in his late 20s. Pass away. He was in excruciating pain. He had cancer. And towards the end of his life, I mean, like you would think unbearable pain, but he ultimately died, but as that date got closer, it was even the more he wanted to live. And it's telling because, no matter what challenges or how much pain we experience in the world, life, even with all the challenges and negative aspects to it, there's people who would give up so much just to have a few hours longer, a few months longer.
Right.
And, it just motivates me even further to keep pushing, keep aspiring while I have that time. That's it.
Let's get
Good
it.
goals.
2019. I'm slapping y'all. Try me.
2020, Doug Judy, local CEO.
Oh, that would be awesome.
Well, thanks again, guys. It was a pleasure having all of us again after a long hiatus. Again, this is your host, Solomon. Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Night.
Chris all said deuce on the toilet.